What excited you most about Luck and playing Bob?
I just love the concept of the worlds of good and bad luck, and how sort of extraordinarily complex and beautiful and intricate they were, and yet really the whole thing was like an office job. They were all essentially just punching a clock and working in, for them, quite a mundane place, which I thought was quite funny considering how visual it is. But also the chance to play Bob. I love getting to do a Scottish accent because my wife is Scottish, so I get in her good books for doing that. As long as I do it well. If I don't, then it's the opposite. Yeah, it just seemed to be like a bit of a no-brainer. It was a lovely idea and a lovely sort of aesthetic presentation.
If you could film one of the scenes live action, which scene would it be?
Well, thank you for your question. That was a very good one. I That's a no-brainer for me. I love the scene in the movie when they go into the in-between and the gravity changes. And that for me would be so much fun to sort of like be somewhere and then suddenly have to flip upside down to land on your feet, which as a cat I would always do, obviously. As a human, probably not. I'd land on my head. But it would be fun, a fun challenge to try and do. I really like that sort of idea that there's a point when gravity switches. I love that in the screenplay, and I think visually they did it really well. So that would definitely be my choice. Thank you for that question. That was a good one.
Hi, Simon. Thank you so much for taking the time today. Really, really appreciate it.
No problem. Thank you.
Love the movie. Think it's a lot of fun. And my daughters and I would love to know if you personally believe in luck.
Well, kind of. I think luck is something that we create for ourselves. I think the idea that something else is in control of our lives and that we don't really have any responsibility for our actions because they're all sort of, ordained by something else. I don't believe that. I believe that luck is what we make. So the opportunities come our way and we either convert them into good luck or we let them go, and that's kind of bad luck. So I do and I don't really. I feel like it's important for us to take responsibility for what we do and not ascribe blame elsewhere. And at the same time, it's quite a positive thing to suggest that you got to where you want to be, not through some sort of mystical kind of force moving you around, but because you made the right choices and you did the right thing. And I think that's part of what this film teaches in a really sweet way about, what you put into the world. The positivity you put into the world can often come back at you in the form of what feels like good luck. But, at the end of the day, it was you that did it.
I agree. Thank you.
Thanks, Tessa.
What part of Simon is in Bob?
Oh, I mean, any character you do, you try and invest something of yourself into the character. Even if you're playing a character that's not very nice, you try and give them some kind of humanity. But I think with Bob, I'm a bit grumpy sometimes. I know it's probably hard to believe because I'm such a sunny personality, but I do get that sort of lonerness that Bob has a little. He's a little solitary. Sometimes he just wants to be by himself, and he learns obviously that's probably not the right thing to do. But I can feel like that sometimes. I know what it's like to be like, don't bother me right now. But I also know the value of having friends and that kind of support network is very important. Definitely his kind of mischievous side, that was very much me. Slight impatience. I'm more like Bob than I realized. But yeah, a few things I would say. Thanks for pointing that out.
Thank you so much to all my monetary supporters, my members, and my Patreons. Love you guys.